No mai, hari mai, piki mai, kaki mai. Welcome to Jellie Park in Christchurch for the New Zealand Secondary Schools Water Polo Championships. And it comes down to this, one of the greatest prizes in New Zealand Secondary School boys sport. The gold medal, the crown of being the best water polo team in the country. It's been 3 days of great schools battling each other, and now it comes down to two. The might of Sacred Heart College out of Auckland, the North Island champions, up against Tauranga boys, the runners-up in the North Island Championships. Both teams deserve to be here, but both teams haven't had it easy. Sacred Heart, well, it's a team that are just so incredibly fit. They move the ball quickly. Oliver Jarvie, big responsibility in goal. And then you run through the likes of Ben Millard, Toby Grace, Will Quinn. It is a side that, well, is just blessed with talent. However, the challenge will come from Tauranga Boys College. Lachlan Keeney in goal. Then you've got the likes of Joseph Goodwin, Cody Henry, Isaac Schuler, Gene Baggett. It is a full squad of 13. Individuals will win your game, squads will win you a championship. Joining me in commentary is Lockie Griffith. Lockie, you've watched both teams, contrasting styles, talking to everybody. Everyone's saying this is basically Sacred Heart's final to lose.
Yeah, I would agree there, Mark. Sacred Heart are definitely the strongest lineup in the squad. They're very fast, but Tauranga are definitely the stronger physicality team here.
Okay, so we saw last year in the women's final, in the girls' final last year, where a diocesan team went as favourite against Rangitoto. Rangitoto got up early and put just a little bit of doubt into diocesan, and diocesan maybe didn't know how to react. Is that the case here? How important is it that Tauranga score early, put some pressure on?
It's extremely important, Mark. If Tauranga can get up early and they can hold that lead, I think Sacred could be in trouble.
Yeah, this is just going to be an absolutely wonderful battle. It's a game that's fast. It's a game that requires incredible fitness, high aerobic, but also very, very physical. And so discipline's going to be a big part.
Yes. If Tauranga can keep all of their players into the game and not excluded on three, we should be in for a really good battle. Yeah,
so the exclusion situation, when you get a 5-on-4 and teams like to score 70% of the times, and they are both sides who, Tauranga is a school that have just been building over recent times, not just at a school level, but also at a regional level within the Bay of Plenty, at a club level as well. And it's great to have the water polo game spreading beyond the Bombay Hills.
Yes, we've had this year is the second year in a row where 3 out of the top 4 teams are out of Auckland. And Tauranga have really started that at their senior men's, doing really well, some success, and that's feeding into the school groups.
Yeah, they are used to being in the top 4, along with Hamilton boys, but really prior to a few years ago, it was always dominated by the Auckland schools. Well, part of the protocol that goes with water polo is the introduction of the two teams. Okay, so we are set to go. John Waldo, Olympic Games official for water polo. Corbin Hall alongside of him. So two of the very best in the country. Well, they talk about prizes in secondary school sport. There's the Marty Cup in rowing. There's clearly the 1A First 15 comp. New Zealand Football Trophy. But this is one that a lot of the schools want to win. This is the sport that sort of sometimes just maybe doesn't get the recognition. But it is a sport that requires the highest level of athleticism. It requires a skill set beyond a lot of those sports I've just mentioned. Incredibly prestigious. Sacred Heart, well, they've won it multiple times. Tauranga looking to try and win there first. They've got to get off to a good start. Lockie Griffiths, they've got to try and get up early.
If Tauranga can really get started early, then it's going to be a great game. If Sacred get the first goal, I think Tauranga got to work really, really hard to get the second one back.
So we just have had it further that number 9 in fact is Toby Grace and number 6 is Seth Byers, so the team lists differ. So 4 periods of 6 minutes. Settle back, folks. This is going to be a stunner. Polo Project special acknowledgement to them. Bailey's Real Estate. If you're thinking about selling your home, do go with those brands that support your sport. Get in touch with a real estate agent from Bailey's. Of course, Caltech's on board as well. So if you're filling up your car, stop in, support Caltech's. They're investing back in your sport. So we are underway with the swim-off. Who's going to get the first possession? Always a fascinating little battle. And it will be Sacred Heart in the white who will come away with it. They are a team who are prepared to use the ball early and quickly. They've got depth. They won't panic. They've got a legacy in this sport. So number 3 is Fletcher Hilton. And looks for the entry pass. Can't quite find the intended receiver, which was number 12, Noah Grace. And so first now opportunity. In fact, it is a penalty being called. So there we go, penalty called. So early on, chance here for Toby Grace. Big save comes though from Lachlan Keeney. Well, how big is that early on in the context of this match? You talk about a player trying to change momentum, trying to get your team up. That is a great start.
That is massive for Tauranga there. If they can capitalise on that in this offence, they could be in for a good game.
Now, Tauranga happy to play on the perimeter. Shot clock 30 seconds. Chance here now for Gene Baggett, number 10. Big shot does come, but blocked in the finish. And Oliver Jarvie gets play back underway for Sacred Heart. And now look to switch it. Chance here for Sacred Heart. No. And it is Toby Grace. Grace goes back to Bronson Chakson. Across to Hilton. Little entry pass comes. Oh, it was on too. Intended receiver was Bronson Chakson. A really good piece of defence coming from Jack Webster for Tauranga. And both teams just trying to figure out what they're doing. The other side's doing offensively and defensively, and that'll be the challenge for both coaches early on. And now, continuing down that side of the pool on that right side. Here is Fletcher Hilton. And has a big cannon shot and it just goes wide, and I just think that maybe Lachlan Keeney might have got his mitt to it. Certainly shown his quality, Fletcher Hilton. So good high press defence coming from Sacred Heart. No, little entry pass. Exclusion comes. So 6 on 5. Opportunity now for Tauranga to try and take the early lead. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Interesting, Sacred Heart sitting back. Zone type defence. And big shot does come over the top though. But good pressure early on from Tauranga.
That zone is working really, really well from Sacred Heart on defence, especially after that exclusion.
Oh, quick play here. This is where they're so good, Sacred Heart. It's the speed in which they play. What is the ruling? Hilton was the intended receiver. And so exclusion now, so chance for Sacred Heart. 6 on 5, they've got the overlap. Tauranga bringing in big Jack Webster. And they just turn that over. Well, that will frustrate the coaching staff. But Hilton trying to come across. But immediately it is through Joseph Goodjohn that Tauranga come up this right-hand side of the pool. They need to be able to go the distance. Go back across to Cody Henry. Henry happy back to go to Baggett. Baggett though, they work him over. And again, Fletcher Hilton, brilliant. He's got Rowan Eilert out to his right-hand side. Does he go on his own? Sure, he's got to go on his own. He does. No, lays it off. Superb. Brilliant play from Hilton. Finds Rowan Eilert. And they just had that 2-on-1 situation. Turned it over. And just the counter-attack. And you just can't afford to do that against the Mitre Sacred Heart.
This is where they're just so good, Mark. This is where Sacred Heart to take control of games and then 2-on-1s and they just finish them every time.
So Tauranga. And look at Hilton. Fletcher Hilton there, he's everywhere. And we see a big cannon of a left-handed shot coming from Baggett. Some very good players have come out of Sacred Heart. The great Matt Lewis, arguably one of the finest that's played the game in this country. Now, chance here, Sacred Heart to take it to 2. Have no choice. Kerry O'Reilly getting excluded, so 6 on 5 now. Sacred Heart will want to capitalise here. Oh, good defence, but still come away with it. Shot clock, too easy, too good. This time Bronson Chudson, and it's Sacred Heart who lead by 2 early on. Worst case scenario for Tauranga. Just too easy. Just left unmarked. Lovely little entry pass. And that's the problem when you sit back.
Yeah, Tauranga there just need a bit more discipline on defence, not to leave early.
Now chance, can they score here?
Great save, Ollie Jarvie.
So a big shout out to the alumni of both schools. I know large contingent at Sacred Heart. Looks like Kelson Butler will be watching this. Both schools, Tauranga, great alumni as well. It's the speed, it's this understanding, the cohesion that Sacred Heart have. Oh, lovely little pass, or shot I should say. Just took all the pace off it. Can often be the hardest for the goalkeepers. And on the right-hand side, it is Gene Baggett. Just look at the defence here. Hilton just sitting back, coming across now to cover the centre forward, who is Henry Scholes. Oh, big cannon of a shot, but they're having to do it from distance at the moment. And too easily picked off and read by Oliver Jarvie.
Ollie Jarvie with another good save there. He's massive for this team. Sacred Heart's defence is definitely one of their strong points.
And Josh Anderson. So happy to play the perimeter back to Hilton. Shot clock, pressure beginning to build. And Tauranga will come away with it. So good pressure from Tauranga. Won't want to concede a third though. Really need to be the next team to try and score. Lovely little move here from Gene Baggett. He's a quality player. And now has a big goal. Look at that. Look at the power on that shot, the danger that he shows. But as we come to the end, in fact, it's not yet. As we come to the end of the first quarter, it is Sacred Heart who lead by 2-0 over Tauranga Boys College.
Yeah, Sacred Heart have started the better of the two teams here. Tauranga really needs to work hard on stopping Sacred from scoring back-to-back goals. This is where Sacred gain momentum in games and can really punish you.
Yeah, so okay, let's imagine you are the coach of Tauranga, David Cooper. What's your message here? What are you wanting to see differently?
If they could just stop the Sacred Heart counter-attack, then I think they're in with a shot. 6 on 6, these teams match up very well. The Sacred look to counter on their right-hand side through Fletcher. Everything is going through him at the moment, and then the big cross pass over to Bronson or Toby.
Yeah, Seth Byers just a little bit unlucky there. Not Seth Byers, my apologies. The number 6, Jack Webster there for Tauranga. Sacred Heart earlier had brought Corey Callow in to have a chat to them. Corey, of course, playing for the Crusaders now and part of a very successful era during Sacred Heart Water Polo and member of the New Zealand Secondary Schools Water Polo team. So it will be Fletcher Hilton up against Henry Scholes. Okay, so possession goes the way of Tauranga. Just want to hit them hard and hit them early now. Need to be the next team to score. Lovely little entry pass, good. Does get the shot, just goes over the top. Opportunity wasted. Great enterprise though being shown by Tauranga. Now it's the counter-attack we talk about. The speed in which they play it. Getting across and shutting Hilton down. It was Cody Henry. And shut him down, then you've got to worry about Bronson Chugson, who's on the ball at the moment.
Great entry pass there from Bronson.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. So the pump fake being shown by Hilton. And then another big cannon of a shot. Too good, too easy. And Sacred Heart seems to run away with it. Rowan Elliott, the goal scorer this time. But just great composure again, led by Fletcher Hilton. Comes across nicely there to Toby Grace. And then Rowan Elliott just pulling the trigger, and Tauranga maybe you've just got to press a little bit higher, get more up in a man-on-man type defence.
Definitely, they need to push. Sacred are just so patient in their attack.
Just picked off again. Referees say no. So just a minor foul. No exclusion here. Put the ball way of Tauranga. And now they'll go across. Wayward pass. They can just pull one back here. Give them some confidence. And there it is. And it does come from the edge of the perimeter. And the goal scorer, Josh Anderson, my apologies, is Cody Henry. Let's have a look here. Really nicely done. Patient build-up that time.
Forced the Sacred defence out, and they've opened up that shooting lane for Cody.
Yeah, Fletcher Hilton, he's good. They run a lot of play through Hilton. Got great vision. Well, this time the big block goes up, and it was Henry Scholes. And so now Kerry O'Reilly will have to bring another one back and just have it to one. But just see again Sacred pressing high on defence. And then they'll drop back into more of that zone type defence now. Angle comes, but the door was never open. Little ambitious. But also good to see Bronson Chugson back there in defence. And now it is Hilton. Intended receiver with Seth Byers. And we'll have another penalty. So, and too good. This time Toby Grace leaves nothing to chance, absolutely drills it into the left-hand side, and, well, Lachlan Keeney, not even the best reflexes in the world would stop that. Went the right way, but just too much power. How do you stop the momentum?
You just need to score next, Mark. You just need to score next and stop that counter-attack through Fletcher.
Just look at that, the way they're so organised at the back as well.
It's a steal again.
And they go turn it over, and this is where they're dangerous. And again, it's that man, Hilton. Got a sister who's a very, very good runner. Bronson. Judson. Finds Noah Grace. This time. They do get back and turn it over, so better defence from Tauranga. This time they do get up in that man-on-man press. Right. Bring it back within 2. They're capable, Tauranga. Shot clock, 2 seconds left on the clock, has a shot at it and does manage to just squeeze it through the right-hand side. You talk about big moments. How big was that in the context of this? Now it's back to 2. Didn't have a lot to work with. Shot clock under all sorts of pressure and just steps up. Henry Scholes, and just like that, 4-2.
Massive from Tauranga there. Now they're back in the game. Just need to stop Sacred's counter-attack. Good defence. Go down, get the ball in the hands of the likes of Isaac Schuller and Gene Baggett and keep going.
Now they've got to stop them at the other end, though. Don't want to score and then concede. You just feel, though, that they've got it on a dime at the moment, Sacred Heart. And that pass, though, intended for Hilton, couldn't quite get it. Nice bit of interplay there between the goalkeeper and great Gene Baggett. Now come up, had an 18 seconds on that shot clock. So again, they're going to need to come forward, pressing high at Sacred Heart now. Can they therefore get that entry pass in? 7 on the shot clock. 4 seconds. Looking for the exclusion. Can't get it. Shot now comes. But wide. Thrilling match. 4-2. Exclusion does come, so there'll be another 20 seconds on that shot clock, is it? 30 seconds in fact, so chance here for Tauranga. Now, this is where they can be good. Oh, just wide. And you could just hear the sigh from the Tauranga supporters. Now Bronson shakes in. Was it? No, it's Hilton again, number 3. Shakes in now and good entry pass, a little backhand flick. Worked over. 5 on. 6 on 5. Oh, does score. Too easy. That is the danger. You talked about it when it's 6 on 6. They're in the contest. At the moment it's 6 on 5. Well, Sacred Heart just capitalised, don't they?
They're just so patient. Justin Pickering's got them running a great system, and they're just so patient and so disciplined on that moment.
Acknowledge Caltex too for their support. So 5-2. Just over a minute remaining before the half time. I still think if Tauranga can just keep it within 2, they'll go into half time feeling that they're still in this game. Then big shot comes, but comfortably picked off in the finish by Oliver Jarvie. He's too good. You've got to be more creative than that. And now Jed Evans. It's the first time we've seen Evans in the game. He looks for that entry pass, but really nicely read in the finish by Henry Scholes. Seconds on the shot clock. Can Tauranga conjure up here? 10 seconds.
They need a goal here. Yep. Exclusion. Here we go. Great chance for Tauranga.
Yeah, we've got times running out though in the actual half. There's only 3 seconds remaining on the clock. They need to shoot. No, they can't get it. Good defence coming across there was Toby Grace. And so they'll go into half time. Sacred Heart College leading Tauranga by 5 goals to 2. So, if you're the coach of Tauranga Boys College, David Cooper, what's the message at half-time?
You've got to just stop the sacred counter-attack. That's what's really hurting them. And you just need to be a bit more patient on attack. You've still got time. You've still got a whole half to get those goals back one at a time. Get the ball into the likes of Cody, Kerry, Gene Baggett's hands.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that offensively. I mean, they've had possession, haven't they? But it's just such a good Sacred Heart defence to try and break down. They set up at zone and then sometimes they're pressing.
Yeah, Sacred Heart have a really, really good defensive system. Tauranga just need to move the ball and actually just create those drives to create the space and get those exclusions. They look all right when they get the exclusions. They just need to finish their chances.
Yeah. So just 12 minutes separate Sacred Heart from winning another national water polo title. Hope you are enjoying coverage here on Whakata Māori. Special thanks to Bailey's Real Estate, Caltex for their support. Apollo, New Zealand Carbon Farming, Pure Athletic, of course. Two referees today, that is Corbin Hall across the far side and John Waldo as well. So to swim off. Number 10 for Tauranga is Gene Baggett. 11 for Sacred Heart is Rowan Elliott. Will go the way of Tauranga. Now we see the plan that Cooper has put into place here. The manager is Kevin Schuler, former All Black. Kevin Schuler, a big effort.
Big blocker there from Sacred Heart.
Yeah, big block. I think it came from Josh Anderson. He got up nice and high. Can't underestimate just how much energy that takes to get that high out of the water.
Yeah, these boys have been working hard with Justin, and their defence again has just been the difference.
Yeah, just look at the ball control there from Bronson Chasen too. It just seems to have so much time, and they've just got no choice but press high on them. This is better defence from Tauranga. It's not giving them the room.
Much better from Tauranga there. Double block. Now can they capitalise?
So Lockie Griffiths alongside of me, bringing you all the expert comments. Coming forward himself, does he go from things? Does he the old pump fake? The big shot does come just wide. So we've seen both teams have a possession in this third quarter. What have you noticed?
Tauranga are playing a lot more balanced and disciplined. Sacred is still just sticking with the game plan. Play fast, play strong, and patient. If Tauranga can get the ball up the top with Gene Baggett and Isaac Schuler, they can create some opportunities. Here's Gene now.
Still just a 5-2. A couple of goals can change the whole context of this match. So Sacred Heart, as we see Hilton there, very much a key playmaker for Sacred Heart. There's Fletcher Hilton. Grace. No, another good entry pass. This time the intended receiver was Bronson Chasen. So another exclusion, 6 on 5 chance here. Yeah, just great save. That goes out though, goes in. I was going to say outstanding from Lachlan Keeney, but just so much power on it. I thought initially he'd done enough and then it just snuck its way back in. Have a look here. Just look at the velocity on this from Noah Grace. Absolute cannon. Don't underestimate the brilliant reflexes there of Lachlan Keeney. But it is another goal for Sacred Heart. They lead 6-2. You're looking at one of the great secondary school sides. If they continue to extend the lead, people have talked about this Tauranga, this Sacred Heart side as being just at another level. The question for Tauranga is, do they believe? And a little bit of a cheeky shot, but just too much traffic. And now Sacred Heart at the other end through Hilton. Happy. Oh, beautiful, but the intent was right, just picked up in his peripheral vision the wrong player.
Gene Baggett now. Tauranga really need to be the next team to score. Great chance now with an ejection. Can they capitalise?
They've got no choice. They just have to, don't they? It's getting to that point where
they need to be a little bit more patient with their attack, especially on those 6-on-5s. And try and work the Sacred Heart defence a little bit more.
It's amazing though, isn't it, at this age group and at this level, when you are under a little bit of pressure, time just seems to speed up a bit. You don't feel like you've got the time. You feel a little bit more rushed. As again, we go back to Fletcher Hilton. So Bronson chugs, and here it is, another one. Too good, too simple, too easy. Noah Grace, we saw him with a cannon shot earlier, and now he just shows his ability, his diversity.
Great ball in by Bronson.
Oh, you've got to feel for Lachlan Keeney. He's doing a lot right. It's just not really going his way, and momentum very much with Sacred Heart. So now what Tauranga have got to do here, they've just got to continue to stick to their systems. They've got to be patient, and I think that's been the key word. And work a little bit harder on the counter. Sacred Heart, they'll be happy just to slow things down. 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. No, a brilliant piece of ball handling skills there. Couldn't quite hold on to it, but just showing the athleticism and the fitness of the Sacred Heart team under Justin Pickering. Great good player in his own right, Pickering.
Him and Dave Cooper are actually two teammates at Tauranga as well. They know each other very well.
Looking, but just watch off the ball here. Have a look at the way Sacred Heart is setting themselves up. The little lob shot, hopeful, wishful, can turn, can't flit. So there goes Bronson Chugson. This time throws the ball away. There was an intended target. He gets a little wave and apology from his teammate for not being where Bronson hoped them to be. But it's been paid frenetic pace. So just over a minute remains in this third quarter. So now Joseph Goodjohn in the number 2 cap for Tauranga. Goes back to Gene Baggett.
Oh, another block by Sacred Heart.
Better, more patient from Tauranga, but still not going anywhere, because Tauranga just have this brilliant ability, don't they, to adapt. They can play that zone defence. Next minute they're pressing.
Yeah, Sacred Heart, they're just really switched on under Justin. He's created some really good water polo athletes with high IQ who can have the ability to just change the game.
Yeah, and you've got it. You can't have one person doing it. You're just collectively going, hey, this is the situation. We'll press high. Okay, we'll sit back, more zone defence. And it's just this automatic cohesion between them two, led very well by Fletcher Hilton, who I think, here he is, I think he's just been superb. Another big shot, another goal, and I tell you what, the bench stands for Sacred Heart. They want this, they want it badly. And now 7-2, starting to just get away from Tauranga. 7 seconds remaining in this quarter. And at what point Do you perhaps say, you know what, second is good enough today?
Totally there, following his brother Noah's lead and scoring an absolute cannon.
We've got Noah Grace and Toby Grace. Oh, big shot. But another big block. And Oliver Jarvie. And that will bring the third quarter to an end. And it's all Sacred Heart leading by 6, 8-2. New Zealand Secondary Schools final. Live from Jellie Park in Christchurch, courtesy of Whakata Māori. Hope you are enjoying coverage. Special thanks to Bailey's, Polo Projects, Caltex, New Zealand Carbon Farming, Pure Athletic. If any of those brands at some point are part of a purchasing decision, please go with the brands that support this sport, that are bringing you this live coverage. We've got Lockie Griffiths alongside of us. Really, I mean, for Tauranga, what now?
They need to just take some risks, Mark. They need to just full middle, try and get that counter-attack going. If they need to start leaving defence early, they're just going to have to. They need the goals, they need them early.
Use your bench if fatigue levels kick in and just go hard.
Yep.
Nothing to lose now.
Absolutely nothing to lose.
Structure needs to probably go out the door a bit more. It was really important, I think, that Tauranga scored a couple of quick goals. That didn't quite happen, did it, in the finish? And so this is the swim off. Just 6 minutes remain. 6 minutes for Sacred Heart to win another one.
Great save, Oli Jarvie.
Josh Anderson, and there will also be an opportunity too, won't it, if clock ticks down, to give every player their opportunity in this final if they haven't used their entire bench. Allow those year 11 and 12 students to experience what it feels like at a national schoolboy level, because they're going to carry the torch, aren't they, going forward for the next 2 years. Some of these young men on both sides, this will be their last game of water polo for their school, so it'll be pretty emotional.
That's right, Mark. It's definitely one you remember. School water polo is like nothing else.
Yeah. Well, it's where you develop. Look, it's a lot of school sport. It's actually where you start understanding sort of professionalism, understand training properly, and you start to understand strategy a bit more and your role. As we see Sacred Heart now just lining up another one, and Bronson Jackson again this time just couldn't quite control it. Got to say that Gene Baggett's been everywhere today for Tauranga. Very, very good player.
Great defence again from their Gene, and now they really just need to push, take some risks, Tauranga.
Yeah, just now this is it. Now have the shot first up, really good. That's much better.
Much better play from Tauranga there.
Did everything right, but you've got to give Oliver Jarvie credit, because he came across, just came off his line a little bit, shut the angle down, and now we do see Fletcher Hilton again. Just see the communication going on, isn't it? They're looking across the ball, they're talking to each other.
Time out there from Sacred. Great patience there. Worked the ball, got the ejection.
So 8-2, on the cusp of another national title. Big sport at Sacred Heart. They do have a water polo facility, which is a big advantage. The schools that do well tend to seem to be well resourced. Big challenge for a lot of schools in terms of pool space, but Tauranga, it's great for just sport generally, that you've got a strong club system now, good schools starting to come through in Tauranga. It can't just be an Auckland-based school. You've got Hamilton, we saw that, playing Palmerston North boys for 3rd and 4th. We know how close it is between the likes of the Rosminies, the West Lakes, the Auckland Grammar have got a new facility. You know, we've seen St Bede's do well, South Island champions, so, you know, it's got to be good for the overall good of the sport. It's keeping them involved in the sport once their school is over. So Sacred Heart get play back underway again. A little pump fake. Another big shot, too easy. This time, Toby Grace.
That man again.
But it was again that man, Fletcher Hilton, who just held everybody up, just not getting up. Needed to just go a little bit more man on man, shut the time down, shut the space down. Easier said than done, but you've got to remember their heart rates are probably about 170 beats. They're breathing through their eyelids, bonfires in the legs, and expecting them to think clearly. Another big shot, cannon of a shot, and they do score this time, so 9-3. Is it a little too late, perhaps? 3:47 remains.
Need to keep pushing, get the ball on the likes of Isaac Shorter's hands. That was great elevation. Tauranga now starting to adapt.
Yeah, underrated loose forward. Kevin Schuler back in his day, great rugby player. Came through a really golden era of loose forwards in New Zealand, so probably didn't play as many All Black matches as perhaps should have. And so Oliver Jarvie, just be happy to slow things down now. They'll be happy to play their 30 seconds, play their shot clock, 3 minutes to go. But I'd still just like to see Tauranga just come forward, press a little higher, but a niggle going on there between number 7, Kerry O'Reilly, and number 12, Noah Grace. Oh, look at that lovely little pump fake, then just turns it into the entry pass, looks for the backhand, doesn't quite come off, but the Enterprise and do it this time, and they can they? Oh, great save. Well done, Lachlan Keeney. Really good. Oh, cannon of a shot. Good save at the other end too. Oh, with great velocity on that. So both goalkeepers been brilliant. Oliver Jarvie.
Ollie Jarvie's really kept Tauranga out of the game. His saves have kept Sacred with that comfortable buffer, and it just allows him to have a little bit more time on the ball, make better decisions, and not rush anything.
So Noah Grace here for Sacred. I just love the finesse in which they've got, that confidence to be able to change it up, and they just open it up at the other side, and just too easy. I said too easy too many times today, because they make it look easy, don't they? Look at this, just how patient and composed. They just seem to have that much more time. So look at Toby Grace. Just gets it across here. I almost think the backhand shot's coming. And the defender there, which I think was Jack Webster, was caught in two minds, and in the next split second of hesitation, Sacred Heart extend their lead. 10-3. Minute 53 remain. Sacred Heart go from one end to the other. And draw the exclusion. So Sacred Heart now 6-5 overlap. Just gets a little bit away from Bronson Chugson, but he fights to get the ball back and will come away with it. Just the quality, isn't it? This time from the edge of the perimeter. Toby Grace involved, the distributor.
Sebastian Dunn there. That is just an outstanding 6-on-5 move. The patience from Toby Grace. Waited for the movement. On the hand, shot across the goalie.
Yeah, two defenders on him too, but it's the weight of the pass here which just impresses me. Look at that.
Outstanding timing movement from Sebastian Dunn as well.
Really, really nice. So just 53 seconds remaining. And one of the most dominant displays we're seeing.
Save from Ollie Jarvie there.
In New Zealand Secondary Schools water polo, led by that man. I mean, almost the first player that you pick in any of these games, whether it be ice hockey, sports like futsal, get your goalkeeper right, get your goalkeeper right. And don't underestimate the technical side of it. Got to be fearless, because this ball, when it comes at the velocity that it comes at, can sting. That ability to get high, be able to read it, shut space down. Penalty will come, so a chance here to just close it up to 11-4. And really nice use of the ball there from Isaac Schuler. Decides to skim it in. But Sacred Heart, no, they've got this now. 52 seconds remain. Chance here to just shut it down. Run the shot clock down. Set up for one more opportunity defensively. Another little beautiful entry pass, and that's where the difference has been, the accuracy and the weight that they put on those passes. Tauranga, this is better from them. Another big cannon of a shot, but blocked easily by Noah Grace. Grace has been good, been everywhere too. Both ends of the pool.
They'll just run the shot clock out here. Sacred.
12 seconds down, and they deserve their moment. Sacred Heart, once again, about to be crowned New Zealand Secondary School champions. And there it is, Sacred Heart win it. Sacred Heart of Auckland win the New Zealand Secondary School Boys Water Polo Championship in an absolutely dominant display. They have been a class above everybody at this tournament, one of the great schoolboy sides of all time. Oliver Jarvie, Bronson Chugson, the brilliance of Fletcher Hilton, Jed Evans, Ben Millard, Toby Grace, Will Quinn, Josh Anderson, Seth Byers, Sebastian Dunn, Rowan Elliott, Noah Grace, their coaching staff of Justin Pickering, Matt Grace, manager Harrison Grace. Well done to Sacred Heart. One of the great titles in secondary school sport. Once again, will be held aloft and put on display in their front office. Commiserations must go to the way of Tauranga boys. They are an emerging power. They are part of the reason why school sides train so hard, because they know the rising power, the sleeping giant out of the Bay of Plenty has well and truly woken up. Let's get some final thoughts here from Lockie Griffiths.
Sacred Heart there, just too much quality and a lot of patience there from Justin Pickering. They seem to just having a few extra seconds on the ball, and they seem to just be in control the whole game with those early goals.
Well, it's one thing coming in as favourite. It's another thing living up to the hype and dealing with the expectation of favouritism, and they've done it well. They were good last year, but you sense they were a year away from fulfilling their potential. Now the challenge is, can they defend it in 2024? They'll enjoy the now, but what a final, what a class act. One of the best school sides you will see across any sport. It is all Sacred Heart live here from Jellie Park in Christchurch. Sacred Heart crowned New Zealand Secondary School Boys Champions for 2023. Great camaraderie between both teams. You've got a sneaky feeling that in the future these two school sides will meet again.